All right. Good vibes, all my beautiful people. Welcome to Creating Change. My name is Guy. Just got done with our election night last night, and I know there's a lot of you that might be feeling, a little bit disappointed, or might feel like, discouraged or whatever. And I encourage you to embrace this feeling, because this is what democracy feels like. This is what, everyone going and voting, casting their voice, letting their voice be heard. And this is how it feels when you're on the other side, if you happen to be on the Republican side. But I encourage you to embrace it. For those that the candidate won of their choice, then embrace the win. That's great. For those of us that might have been on the other side, embrace the loss. And know that this is what democracy feels like on both sides. It's not unique to either or. But that's my encouragement. That's what makes me feel encouraged. This is what it feels like if you're on the losing side, and this is the feeling is the same for on the winning side, on either or. So just take it and know that this should be your call to action. If you feel like that you were on the side that lost, then it's not the system. You're just not working the system right, and the other ones did better and they won. They put their message out. And for any of them that's running for office, and anybody doing public, trying to get out and speak, then I encourage you to start talking about the grocery prices. I encourage you to start talking about the cost of gas and rent, how much child care is. Because that's the things that real Americans, real family people trying to make it, care about. Whether young people can afford to buy a home or not. Is wages keeping up with the cost of inflation? We all know that's definitely not happening. But we've got to get past the click of the day or the viral video of the day, and we've got to get past Orange Man Bad and the squad and all this kind of stuff, and we've got to start talking about real issues, guys. Real issues. Because that's where you're going to find the votes that you need. You start talking about the things that truly matter. And sometimes people need a taste of what they think they want to know they don't want it. Kind of like relationships back in the day, when you would have a little girlfriend. For those gals out there, you had a little boyfriend. Well, you got with some little body for a little while, and you got a taste of what you didn't want. You may have thought you really wanted to get to spend some time with that person or get to date them, and then the next thing you know, you find out they're a stick in the mud, or that they're not who they acted like they were. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I take this as, okay, this is our chance to let things be what they are. That's the way it works, and you don't cry about it, but you certainly don't cry about it. Sorry, I put my hand on the pause button there. Didn't mean to. But you don't cry about the loss. And for those that won, you enjoy the fact that you won. And then we start holding them accountable to what they ran for. Okay? Are you getting the things done that you said you could do? Now, for those of them that are promising the world, and that's what they run on, if they promise free buses, they promise rent freezes, they promise all this stuff, well, then those that voted them in, they need to hold them accountable. They need to demand that, hey, you said all this was going to happen, and then if it don't happen, then holding them accountable looks like you don't do. Okay, well, now you're out of here. You're done. And sometimes, man, a correction takes a sting to get you to go the other direction. So, if that's the case, then for those that feel like they were on the losing side, start learning to use this tool right here to talk about the things that people really care about. How are you going to bring down electric bills this winter? How are you going to make it to where people that are trying hard, people that are spending their money on the right things, that they can actually make it. A young mom out there, or a young dad out there, or a young mom and dad out there trying hard can afford to get them a little home and have them a little legacy to leave behind with their kids. Those are the kind of things people actually want to hear about. And it ain't got nothing to do with left or right. It's got to do with, that's the things that truly matter to people, guys. Man, this orange man bad stuff and this whole thing with all this name calling and we're going to take you to court for this and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. Man, what in the world does that do for any of us people? What does that do for any of us other than give us something to listen to on the news? That there's a lot of other things you could listen to. That doesn't do anything for us common folks out here. All that does is provide an extra paycheck for those people up there. Because now they're going to get paid to take this one to court and they're going to hire all kinds of fancy attorneys and all this kind of stuff. Guys, we've got to quit that. You know, we've got to start talking about the issues that matter, truly matter, and start pushing those issues out here. And, you know, for those of us that vote, then take this moment and embrace the feeling, whatever side you're on. Because no matter what side you're on, this is what democracy feels like. And I'm okay with that. You know, don't be mad at the system. You know, be mad at the way that you use the system to your good or bad. And realize that just because you're getting viral clips and just because you're getting these moments of the day or your little spots on the news does not mean that you're resonating with real people that need real issues. Yeah, they clicked on and they viewed because it was funny or it was stupid or it was slick. But they're really not your supporters. You've got to start talking to the people about real people things. So, with that being said, for those of us that voted, embrace this moment, no matter what side you're on. Take it and now start figuring out how do you use this to inspire you to do more, no matter what side you're on. And if you're on the side of the winner, then you demand accountability for what they promised. And for those that aren't, then you demand accountability as well, because they're working for you as well. Because no matter what side they're on, once they're elected, they're supposed to be working for all the people. So hold them accountable, guys. Don't be a sheep. You know, if it ain't working, then don't just vote party lines and stuff. Let's start voting what really matters to us, the people. And I think maybe we'll see some change there if we can, you know, start voting on individual issues that matter for our families and don't even look at whether it's a R or D, you know, and stop with this sanctimonious horseshit where, you know, everybody's better because I'm better morally than you because I'm a Democrat or a Republican. Bullcrap, man. It's just about an idea that we think would work for the country better to help people survive and help people thrive. That's it and that's all. It's not a moral breakdown, guys. Guys, always good vibes to all of my beautiful people. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe, share if you feel so led. If not, I really don't care. I just appreciate you guys being here. Till next time, y'all.